All right, I think I got it right this time. We go here, here, and here. Okay. It just hosed for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just one of those things. Whatever. All right, so basically, what you see here is a Marvel Strike teams. This is the main box, so you get to face Baron Stryker and the Radioactive Man in this one. There is one expansion that they're going to release at the same time, and that is going to be. Let me just adjust this a little bit, like so. There we go. Okay, there's going to be another expansion that they're going to release, which is Strike Teams. It's going to come out the same time as everything else here, and you're going to get Loki in here, Ultron, Absorbing Man, and heroes. You'll add the Vision, Black Widow, and the Falcon in here. In this one, you get Captain America, you get the Winter Soldier, you get Iron Man. Who else did we get in here? Agent May, Quake, and a bunch of Hydra, Baron Strucker, and a Radioactive Man that you're going to fight. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of missions and stuff that you're going to fight through. So it's supposed to supposedly be very much like Descent, only with superheroes. So I'm going to be reading a lot, so because I have no idea what the heck we're doing here. This is the tutorial mission. It gets set up as so, and we're gonna kind of work our way through it, okay, and see what happens. This is a two to six player game, I believe. So what you're going to see is how this plays out. Now I got a couple camera angles so you can kind of see things how they go here. As you can see, there's Captain America and Iron Man and all the agents of Hydra there. The artwork is really bad in this game. Hope the gameplay is better than the artwork. Well, how's the artwork bad? I don't think the artwork's that bad. Let's see. Let's go up here. Let's go here. Okay, there we go. I think the artwork's pretty decent. It's nothing to write home about, but we'll make do. So I'm going to be reading, and you guys, I don't know why this is so blurry today. Ugh, just camera problems, but we'll get through it. All right, so basically I got everything out that we need to get going. We're going to go through the quick start tutorial rules just so you get a feel of what's going on with this game. Now, over here I've got wound markers, so we're just going to take and pour some of these out here because I got a feeling. And then we have also action tokens. All right, these are going to be pretty important, I got a feeling. Killer Rabbit, what's up? How you doing? Godzilla Lover, welcome back. See, I do recover. So we'll put some of these here. We have our two command dials. We have right there, that is objective tokens. We have tokens for Hydra guys. We have our round tokens. So we'll go through that. We have some rubble tokens. We have the missions, tutorial mission, destroy the spawn points, and that's. Oh, sorry. Why don't I switch camera angles to the Sony? There we go. And as you can see, this is what we are going to be messing with to go. Well, it's not a comic book, Hugo. I mean, we just do the best we can. Have this one pre-ordered currently. Excited to see it in action. Brown Fang TV. How many people can play this game? Well, it says here, my good friend, 2 to 5. Now, I'm going to do it solo, so I'm going to play both sides. So we're going to go through the tutorial. We're going to do the best we can with this. Okay, so tutorial setup. Now, these are actually decent tiles. I mean, they're actually thick. WizKids have been known for kind of cheap cheap components a bit, but this one isn't a problem. I'll be honest with you. So we set up the tiles, and underneath are the spawn points. Oh, look, see, they actually fit right in. So these are where these things are supposed to spawn, and I put them into their area. Place the heroes on the green spawn points. They are actually on green spawn points. And put the Henchman figures on the white points. The figure's directional facing is not important. Each figure click dial should be set to level 0. So I do have everybody set to level 0. Are villains run by AI, or is it one versus many? It's one versus many. Eric Burden, how are you? Hugo, paint jobs are hero clicks, not great, I would admit. But hey, if I can play with them and not paint them, it looks pretty good for what it is. I agree. Activating characters. Okay. Oh, let me get. See, I'm getting distracted. So we're going to keep up with this, and hopefully we'll get one of our admins in here and kind of keep everything where we need. Okay, when playing with 2 players, one player represents the heroes and the other player is the villainous mastermind. When playing with 3 players, there are 2 hero players, each controlling a different hero, each playing his or her corresponding character cards and action cards in front of herself, with action cards placed at the horizontal row above. Okay, well, I guess we're supposed to put them above, but we're not going to worry about that right now. The character cards, as shown to the top right, afterwards place 1 action token on the 0 space. Okay, so we're going to do that. Here's an action token there, an action token here, and of course Hydra, who has 6 bad guys. We're going to put an action token there. All right. I would make it so. Oh, am I missing? Oh, okay. No idea what's going on, but I want this. Chaos. We are actually just we're just checking this out, and Tim, you've been around long enough, so congratulations, Tim. You have been moved up to a moderator. So if there's any questions, Tim, do me a favor. Just put it in red so I can see it, and I'll catch it out of the corner of my eye. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep reading here so we can do. Each team receives 1 command dial. The mastermind uses 1 command dial for all her characters, while the hero player shares the other command dial. Set both teams' command dials to 0. Okay, we've done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this one to 0. We're going to put it here, and we're going to put that one right there. All right, there we go. Remember, this is the tutorial rules. So we're gonna figure it all out. So set command dials to 0 and place them within easy reach of the players. Command dials are always kept face up within the view of all players. The mastermind places the tutorial mission card face up near her area and within view of all the other players. Okay, so I'm just going to move that right over here so we can see it, even though we know what the heck we got to do. I'll read the command card in case you guys didn't get a chance to see it. She places the round tokens in a neat stack of the 4 round tokens in a neat stack in order from 1 to 0 to 1 to 4. Okay, well, we can do that, so let's do that. And you guys are learning as I learn, so we're gonna do that there. There we go. All right, sort all the remaining tokens by type and place them off to the side and easy within reach, which we have. They are all easy within reach. And too bad that would open it up to okay, let's see what Eric said. I wonder, can you play with existing hero clicks in the game, Rob? No, you have to have these cards, which will give them abilities. I believe that they'll be able to add stuff, and you can add your own hero clicks. Maybe you painted some or stuff like that. Oh no, because the dials are different. Yep, no, they made it so the whole thing's different. All right, playing the game, Marvel Strike Teams is normally played over the course of 3 stages. Each stage is represented by a scenario card and lasts for 4 game rounds. So they have these different scenario cards that are in the box here. I'll show you at the end of the game. At the end of the tutorial here. Each round is broken down into the following 4 phases. Command dials. Each command dial gains 1 command point, maximum of 12 command points total. Mastermind Turn. The Mastermind activates her characters one at a time in the order of her choice. Each activated character spends her action points to move, attack, and trigger the powers of her on her action cards. That's these cards down here. Hero's Turn. The hero activates their character one at a time in order of their choice. Each activated hero spends action points to move, attack, and trigger powers on the action cards. End round. The top round token is moved from the left side of the current scenario card to the right side of the scenario card. The game ends and the team... when the last round token in the game has been moved to the right side of the scenario card, the game ends and the team that has acquired the most objective points wins. See earning objective points on page 4. Activating characters. Each character that activates must complete her entire turn before the next character activates. That means that if a character chooses to end her turn with some action points remaining, she cannot activate again to spend those points during the remainder of the round. She may, however, spend those points to react during an opponent's turn or save them for her next activation. So you can save your action points. When a character activates, the following steps outlined below. Add action points or remove wound tokens. Before proceeding with your character's turn, you must decide whether to add action points to your action track or rest and remove up to 6 wound tokens. To add action points, advance your action token forward on your character action track at the bottom of your character's card, a number of spaces equal to the bronze number located on the lower right portion of your character card. You cannot possess more than 12 AP at a given time. So we would move this according to... Okay, so here... Okay, so you can assign action points in different places. All right, so let's read that again. To advance your action token forward on your character card action track at the bottom card. A number of spaces equal to the bronze number located on the lower right portion of your card. Oh, that's here. So to start, Captain America would get 5, okay? And he would get 3. If you decide not to use them, you can carry them over, and then you would add another 3 at the next round. So maybe if you don't use any of the action points, you would go up to 6. Okay, all right. Does everybody understand that so far? Okay. Now, these guys are going to get 12 points right off the bat. Wow. So if they skip a turn and they've got a bunch of wounds, they can remove the wounds. Okay. Well, there you go. All right. To rest, remove up to 6 total wound tokens from among your character cards and action cards. You may still take a full turn and spend AP left over from previous rounds. Okay. So instead of taking an additional 3, so over here, and let's see if I can zoom that in a little bit here so you guys get a pretty good idea what's going on here. So what I'm talking about is here, as you can see, this thing here tells you that you get 3 each round. So say you start the game and you decide to skip Iron Man's turn and keep all those action points. And then you're up to 6 points, but you take a bunch of wounds. You can rest that entire turn and not go up to 9, but you still would have 6 points that you can actually use after you do not take the 3 action points. So anything that you had left over from a prior round, you would be able to use. Okay, everybody get that so far? All right, we'll find out. Spending action points. During your character's turn, you may spend your action points to move and attack, and you may perform these activities as many times in as many orders. Okay, so we'll just take a look over here, and we'll back that bad boy out a bit. There we go. All right, perfect. You can move, attack, move, etc. as long as you can afford to pay the requisite number of AP for each activity. So to move, let's go back to our other angle here, and let me just, I don't know why I keep on moving this. Okay, so over here it shows you that you move. For every movement, it is -1 action point. For a repulsor ray attack, it's going to be -2, and I would assume that that's 3 damage. And to defend, it's going to be -1 an action point to defend, and it's going to give you +4 against any kind of attack. All right, so let's keep moving here. As long as you can afford to pay the requisite number of AP for each activity, you may also spend your AP to trigger the power on one of your action cards. You may do this at any time during your turn. Although, during this tutorial, each action card can only be triggered once per round. Flip the action card face down as a reminder, and then flip it up in the next round when the character activates during the next round. You may also choose to spend 1 or more of the command points available on your team's command dial. Command points can always be spent as action points by your team. So you get an action point, you get a command point each turn. So that dial can go up, and it's kind of like an insurance for you. That is all it takes to be mod. Huh? Just be around? No, Noham. Tim's been around for quite some time. That's all it takes. And you have to be somebody I actually know. I've met Tim quite a few times, and he is a very big part of this channel. There you go. All right. You may choose to spend 1 or more of the command points available on your team command dial. Command points can always be spent as action points by your team. When you are done spending action and command points, you must announce that your character's turn is over. Your character cannot be activated again for the rest of the round, but you may spend action and command points to react to something your opponent does. See page 4. You may also save your character's AP points for a later round. Henchmen. The Hydra soldiers are henchmen, who represented by the same card. A group of henchmen activate together and share the same pool of action points, but each henchman must still be mobilized separately. You must complete each henchman's actions before mobilizing the next one. Moving on the map. Moving one of your characters to an adjacent space on the map costs 1 AP. Now, believe it or not, we only have one more page to read, the back page here. So this will go pretty quick, and then we'll get right to it. There we go. Okay. Adjacent space on the maps cost 1 AP, including diagonal. This is called advancing. You cannot enter an enemy figure's space, but you can enter a space occupied by one of your allies as long as you do not end your movement in that space. During the tutorial, ignore the run and march actions that appear on the card. Movement penalty, +1 AP. If you enter a space with an object printed on the map, such as a crate, you must pay a movement penalty of +1 in order to enter that space. Also, if you leave a space that is adjacent to an enemy figure, you must pay a movement penalty of +1. All right, so if you try to move out next to an enemy figure, you're going to have to, it's going to cost you 2. All right. You never have to pay a movement penalty more than once per space, even if, for example, you are entering a space with an object while leaving a space adjacent to several enemies. You do not pay a movement penalty for leaving a space containing an object, nor do you pay a movement penalty for entering a space adjacent to an enemy. It's only moving out. Movement powers, such as some action cards, such as Iron Man's jet boots, feature the special movement symbol. See right. 4. Iron Man can use this power to move up to 4 spaces in a straight line. When using a special movement power, you do not have to pay a movement penalty for entering a space containing an object or leaving a space adjacent to an enemy. However, unless the movement power specifically says so, a movement power still does not allow you to enter or move through an enemy space. Attacking. During your turn, you may attack an enemy by paying 2 AP action points. Each character card specifies whether the character's primary attack is a melee or ranged attack. So like right over here, there is a repulsor ray symbol, okay? And that is considered a range attack. And fist with a with the action thing around it is considered a melee. All right, there we go. An example at the right, Captain America's slug attack is identified by a melee attack. So his slug attack is identified by a melee attack. Iron Man's repulsor rays, like we said, is identified by a range attack symbol. A melee attack can target an adjacent enemy, including diagonal. A range attack can target any enemy that is 2 to 3 spaces away, but cannot target an adjacent enemy or an enemy more than 3 spaces away. In order to make a range attack, you must have line of sight to the target. To have line of sight to a target, you must be able to trace a straight imaginary line from the center of a square to the center of the target square without crossing a wall. So, for instance, if this was a range attack, this would be blocked here because there is a crate in the way. But here we can draw a line from the center to the center, and thus we can take care of our boy there. All right, let's... Boy, these things get stuck right up in there. Okay. All right. Now on to the last page. Reactions. If you attack an enemy, the enemy has a chance to react by using a defense ability listed on his or her card. We were talking about the defense abilities right here and on each card there. Listed on the card. By using a defense ability listed on one of her action cards in order to react to something during another character's turn, the ability must feature a red ring. A red ring around the action point cost. See right, it has a red ring around it. Okay. In order to pay for the ability, the defending character can only react once to each attack. Sometimes a defense ability creates armor defense, as in the example above, and other times it creates dodge defense. Most of the time this distinction doesn't matter, but sometimes an enemy will have an ability that reduces the effectiveness of certain types of defenses. For example, the Hydra soldier's trench knife ignores 1 point of armor defense. Okay, so, well, there we go. So it's going to ignore defense. Obstruction defense. If you make a range attack that passes through a square of another character, friend or foe, then the target receives a +1 obstructive defense for every character space that the attack carries through. This defense reduces the attacker's damage accordingly. Okay, they give us a little example here. So say, for instance, that Iron Man is attacking from here. Yeah, that's the way it shows. Since Iron Man passes through the barrel and the Hydra soldier is adjacent to the barrel, as we see right in this example right here, the Hydra soldier is adjacent to the barrel. The Hydra soldier receives an obstruction defense of 3. Since Iron Man is not adjacent to the barrel, Iron Man would not receive obstruction defense from the barrels if the Hydra soldier attacks him. So he gets a 3 defense because he's adjacent to it, but he does not get it to it. He would be able to shoot through because he is not adjacent like he would be right here. Okay, so we got that. Pretty cool. All right. Inflicting wound tokens. If an enemy does not react to your attack and does not receive an obstruction defense, then you inflict a number of wounds equal to the strength of your attack. For example, Iron Man's repulsor ray would inflict 3 damage, and that's that red number there. So we know that if he decides to do that, that is going to do, over here, 3 damage. Okay, all right, we got that figured out. If the enemy does not react to your attack or receives obstructive defense, then only inflict damage equal to the strength of your attack minus the strength of the enemy's defense. All right, so his defense. Okay, where's their defense? Okay, defend. All right, there we go. So if they don't have any defense, then kablooey Louie, they're just going to be taking shots. If this damage totals 0 or less, then you do not inflict any wounds against the enemy. If Cap uses his shield block to react, then he reduces the attacker's damage by 4. Some action cards provide a continuous defense, such as Iron Man's Iron Armor. These abilities do not have an action point cost, so they provide defense every attack. Okay, so this is automatically going to give Iron Man some defense. When a hero receives wound tokens, she places them in the square damage slots on her character card and the action cards. In the tutorial, each hero has a total of 14 damage slots. Okay, we do. Okay, where are the damage slots? But it doesn't matter where the wound tokens are placed. When all of the character's damage slots are filled, the character is defeated and temporarily removed from play. Respawning respawning defeated characters. Okay, we're not going to worry about that right second. Okay, so 14. So there's 6, 9, 12. Okay, geez. Do you even count the moves? So 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that doesn't make any sense. How do they have 12 each? Oh, 14 each. Oh, I'm sorry. So 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or is it 6, 9, 12? Oh, okay. 6, 9, because these do not count. 6, 9, and then 3 here is 12, 13, 14. Okay, there we go. 14 damage slots, but it doesn't matter where the tokens are placed. When all the characters... Okay, we said that. Henchmen in combat. Hydra soldiers follow a slight different rule in combat. First, each individual henchman figure can only attack once per round. Second, henchmen do not place wound tokens on their character cards or action cards. Instead, place the wound tokens directly on each henchman figure base. Every henchman has 3 health, so each is defeated if he receives 3 or more damage. Destroying an object. You may attack an object as well as an enemy if they are within range. If you target an object with a single attack, that inflicted damage equal to or greater than the object's material strength, see right, then the object is destroyed and replaced with a rubble token. So if we were able to hit that for 4, we would replace that with a thing. There we go. Includes the equipment cards. Yes. So you don't count the run or the defense. You just count the attack, the actual health here. See, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you don't... Oh, okay. You don't count this. Duh. I'm looking at these as 6. So these you have to fill up all these slots. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. Got it. Okay. I got confused by these symbols here. All right, so we got that figured out. When a hero is defeated, then all she can do on her next turn is return to one of the green tokens spawn. She removes all of her wound tokens, but she does not receive action points and cannot take any actions during the turn that she respawns. However, the newly respawned hero also cannot be attacked during the next Mastermind turn. Okay. Rules for respawning henchmen are different. A defeated henchman can return to play at any time by paying 3 AP to respawn at any one of the white spawn points. Like heroes, an individual henchman cannot take any actions during the next round that she respawns. However, a respawn henchman can be attacked by the heroes later that round. Earning objective points and winning the mission. The first time that a hero is defeated, the mastermind earns the corresponding hero token as well as an objective point token. The mastermind cannot earn more than 1 OP for defeating the same hero, no matter how many times she defeats that hero during the same turn. Each time a henchman is defeated, the hero receives 1 of the 6 corresponding henchman tokens, but the hero player only earns 1 OP for every 3 henchmen that they defeat. The hero player cannot earn more than 2 OP this way during the same game. Players also earn points according to the objectives listed on the game scenario card. During the tutorial mission, a hero adjacent to a henchman spawn point can spend 3 AP points to remove that spawn point from play, even if the henchman is on top of it. At the end of the game, the heroes earn 1 OP for each destroyed henchman spawn point, and Mastermind earns 1 OP for each remaining henchman spawn point. The side that earns the most OP by the end of the game wins the tutorial mission. Okay. So, the tutorial mission book, which I just read you, okay. Yes, it's going to be retailed before Christmas. It's only 4 pages. That's why we just decided to do it now, so everybody has an understanding of what the heck's going on. The full rule book here is, let's see, it is 27 pages, and it's got some extra things. There's going to be all kinds of different things that go on here, but for the purpose of what we're doing, and you can really build some really big maps in this. As you can see, here's one sample diagram of what you can do. So this game could really be as big as it possibly can. WizKid says November. I saw that. I believe it's going to be out next week. Because I know these things. There we go. Hopefully December 12th is the date I'm seeing in a few places. Yes. So next week, like I said. Rob and others have described it as Descent for Superheroes. There we go. All right. So, hey, let's check this out a little bit. Let's try at least one turn here. Let me just get the thing here so I know exactly what the heck we're doing. All right, so there we go. So let's just take a look. We'll go down to the other part of the table here. Now, the henchmen, according to this, command dials. So everybody's command dial is going to get an additional point. So we're going to get a point each turn. All right, and that goes for also the Hydra heroes. So I'm going to play both sides, and we're going to see what we can do. We're going to keep it very basic. Mastermind Turn. Mastermind activates each of his characters one at a time. Now, what happens here is this is going to go up to 12. So let me just swap over to our other camera so you can see. So we're going to be spending points accordingly. All right, so now as you can see here, they have a concussion rocket. Now, they only get to use this once per turn. Once they use it, it turns over. Wow, that's going to cost them 4 action points versus one target who is 2 or 3 spaces away. It's going to do 4 damage. Well, why wouldn't we do that? But that only means that we're going to use this guy once. All right, so as the Hydra guy, these guys are pretty well set. We're going to hold them there. This guy is going to be a little froggy. So it's going to cost 1 action point, 2 action points. All right. It has a range of 3. And we're going to shoot at Captain America, I think. So he has a range of 3. There's nothing in the way. He can shoot at Captain America here. That's going to cost another 2. 1, 2 to attack with the Hydra blaster. And that's going to do 3 damage to Cap. Now Cap, I don't think he gets... Does everybody get their... Okay, so I believe we all get our action points right off the bat. So in that scenario, he can shield block. It would cost 1. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to cost 1, and it's going to absorb 4. And we're going to say that's it for that Hydra guy. All right. Now the next Hydra guy we're going to move is this guy here. We're going to take him and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, because we're going to try to block the road. We're going to try to keep these superheroes from getting in the way. So we're going to move that down 3. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So we only have 5 action points left. Not a lot. He can also shoot at Cap. And Cap can only do that one. Oh, well, he could do defend. So he's going to shoot at Cap. Yeah, we're going to shoot at Cap. Why not? So down to 4. And he's going to shoot at Cap again. And Cap is going to use 1 to use his dodge. And that's going to that means he's going to get hit. 1 damage is going to go through. So we're just going to put 1 on our attack, and we're not going to worry about it. So Cap's got 1 damage on him already. So as you can see, these action points are really going to be critical because you're not going to be able to move all these guys that you want to move. So we have 3 more points left. Maybe we'll try to save those, because then they can defend themselves. There you go. All right. So, I think that'll do it. You've got rubble tokens from the rules explanation on the map. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are these minis that come in the box set? Yes. I'm going to show very quickly before we take the superheroes turn. I'm going to just show you guys a couple more things. These are actually very, very nice sets. I really like what they did here. First of all, let me just show you what you get in the box. You're going to get a ton of stuff here. There are tons and tons and tons of tiles, which makes this very, very nice. All right, let's just move that up there. And then I'm going to show you very quickly who else you're going to get in here. You're going to get Baron Stryker. You're going to get the radioactive man, which I'm sure he's pretty nasty. You get, yeah, that's right. You get the big fella there, the Winter Soldier, Agent May, and a couple others. Now, this also is going to have come out, and I haven't even opened it yet. Just to very quickly show you guys, because this is more of a kind of learn as we go kind of thing. And let me just put the cover on this. But what's going to come out at the same time is strike teams, and you're going to be getting, again, for those of you that are coming late, you're going to be able to see that you're going to get 8 more characters. You're going to get the Falcon, Vision, but you get Ultron and Loki and the Absorbing Man. Agent Coulson, I really don't care. I'd rather have another hero, to be honest with you. But yeah, you get quite a bit here. So this is something that I think would be very fun for a lot of people, and I think you'll enjoy this. So boy, oh boy. If we use our hurdle shield, that's going to do 3 damage. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 2 points, and I'm going to save an additional point. And I'm going to do hurl shield. Okay? And I'm going to do it on this guy here. He is going to spend the point to defend, because he would get just drilled, and that would be the end of it. But he's going to have 2 hits on him. See, I'm going to try to make those guys waste their actions. So he's got 2 damage on him. Let's see if we can get a better look at it here. Oh, there we go. So he's got 2 damage on him. So now what we're going to do is... here, I'm going to answer a couple questions here. I'm sorry. Before we go to Iron Man, we're going to save that one action for Captain America, because we really want to build up our actions. What I think they might do, and I can talk to Zev, is I think they're going to be taking and using this, but they might have downloadable cards for your other heroes, and then you can just use this stuff accordingly. So it really just comes down to making sure that you have these cards here. So they might be printable, and then you can use your old things. But the problem is that I think that you're going to run into is that you can level up. There's going to be build points, and they are going to change how these guys fight and stuff like that. So, but that's in the advanced rules. Right now, we're just doing the beginning rules, so you get a feel of how this all comes about and how it goes. All right, let's keep going. And let's see. OP for this one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, so I'm going to use Iron Man, and what Iron Man is going to do is he is going to use his repulsor rays, and he's going to attack our friend here. Yeah, do we want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. We're going to attack him for 1. He's not going to waste it, so because what's going to happen is, well, he is going to waste it because you can't go over 12 with the Hydra guys. That's right, they can't get more. I should have just wasted the motions. So I'm just going to burn these anyways for those 2. And there we go, because you can't carry over. I forgot what the rule said. So we're just going to move those guys off. And he's actually he's going to do something different, because they already wasted their things. He's going to shoot here and -2. So it'll be 1, 2. And he's going to carry over 1. And he's going to eliminate this guy. So we're going to get one of these tokens. So he's gone. And that's going to be the hero phase. So now everybody goes up. This goes over to here. Okay. And these go up to 12. He's going to get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to get 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get an additional command point, which we might be able to use. And they're going to get a command point that they're saving. So let's see what happens there. All right. Helen's getting hammered. So I know everything's going to go good. Fairly certain her shield can additionally hit Hydra soldiers next to one another. Hurl shield. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I did that wrong. Versus one target who is 2 to 3 spaces away from you. And up to 2 additional targets within 2 spaces. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, so he would have been... Okay, so that would have turned over. Thanks for telling me that. Okay, so that changes it. So he would have activated it and would have got it to dodge. Because we were going to use the 1 point anyways. That guy would have been gone already. So instead, and this is... we have 2 actions to use. He's going to go 1, 2, right there. Or he can go 1, and then 1, 2. No, you see, that wouldn't do us any good either. No, he's going to use those 2 on him, and that would eliminate him as well. And that's the way we would play that. Okay, cool. So now, we would have got 2 tokens for that. There we go. All right, there. Now everything's right in the world. So now these guys have a lot more actions, and they're going to be doing a lot more things. We have more action points that we can utilize, but the question is, can we get what we want to do accomplished? So this guy here we're going to go with first. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3 for his movement. All right, let's go down to this here so we can watch. And then he's going to shoot Captain America. Because after all, everybody shoots Captain America, it seems. So he's going to take his shot at Captain America. That's going to cost him 2. 1, 2. And that's the other thing I did wrong, but that's okay. We're getting it. So, yeah, so he went 2. He shot. That's 3. Cap is going to use 1 to activate shield block. So that's going to turn over. By the way, this would turn back over because it reset. And what is going to happen is we're going to block all the damage that he's going to do. But we forced Cap to use that shield block. So our next guy here is going to come up. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Boy, does he want to spend that 4? Now does he have 4? Yeah, he has 4. He can try the concussion rockets. And why not? Let's go for it. He's going to go 4. And here's what the concussion rockets do. Versus one target who is 2 to 3 spaces away from you, it's going to do 4 damage. Versus every character adjacent to the target, it does 3 damage. I say we go with the 3 damage. So we're going to force Cap. We're going to force Cap to spend another, and that's what we're trying to do, is get him to spend actions. So he's going to spend another action, and he's going to use his defend. So his defend is going to absorb 2, but he's going to take another damage. Iron Man is forced to use 1, and he's going to use his defend. He automatically would defend 1, which he would take 2 damage, which isn't the end of the world. But I think using the 1 and absorbing all 4 might be... you know what? Honestly, I think... honestly, I think he absorbs 1 automatically because this does not have a cost. So he's going to take 2. So Iron Man's going to take 2 damage. All right. So, of course, I got to remember where the camera is. There we go. All right. So that's the way we're going to do that. So Captain America and Iron Man have 2 damage each. They used up all their points. These guys are still on the back here. Now it's the hero's turn. Cap is going to use his shield hurl again, which is going to minus him 2. 1, 2. And what he's going to do, he's going to hit this guy. And what that's going to do is, of course, that's going to do 3 damage each. And that's exactly what we need to do. So that's going to do 3 and 3. Wow, that thing is nasty. So we're going to take those guys out for 3. By the way, oh no, when the hero's finished, then it'll be the end of turn 2. So then we've taken those guys out. So we're going to get 2 more of these tokens, which is cool. So we've taken out 4. He still has 3 movement. Can he get there? 1, 2. No, he's got 3. So we're going to move up 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're going to leave 1. Iron Man, on the other hand, is going to go 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. And then he's going to use the 2 command points. He's going to go 1, 2, and use 1 command point to destroy this spawn point. And that becomes one of the objective points that we are looking to get. And that is going to cost Iron Man everything that he has. The round's going to end, and we're going to get one of those. Now, what do they call those OP things? Objective points. Okay, so it says here, and let's go to the other camera here so I can show you guys exactly what's going on. If it cuts into my board gaming addiction, it's too much. Oh, okay, you guys are talking about something else. And again, I'm sorry this is kind of mishmash, but I'm doing this on the fly. So I'm trying to teach you guys the same time I'm learning it, so you guys can get a feel of how this tutorial mission goes. During the tutorial mission, a hero in an adjacent space can destroy a henchman spawn point by spending 3 AP. The hero earns 1 OP for each henchman spawn point destroyed during stage 1. At the end of stage 1, the Mastermind earns 1 OP for each remaining henchman spawn point. Ooh, that's nasty. So we're halfway done, and they're kind of winning in a bit. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to start the next turn. We move the point over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Cap. We're going to go up 3 for Iron Man. We're going to get 1 command point. Now here's the neat little thing here. They've got 3 command points, and they're up to 12. So, they have a henchman knife. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3 and say, Iron Man, I've had about enough of you. I'm going to, so that's 3, 1, 2, 3. And he's going to attack him with a trench knife. Target defends this attack at -1 armor. So this armor is going to get absorbed. By the way, these flip over at the beginning of each turn. So that's good to know. So that's going to cancel that out. So he's going to take 2 more damage. So Iron Man's getting a little bit of a beat down here. And we've got to keep an eye on that. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he is going to hit Cap with a trench knife. So Cap would ignore 1 armor. Boy, if he does a shield block. Well, he's going to use shield block, so that's going to cost 1. It would ignore 1, so 2 would go, but it would be blocked and nothing would happen. So Cap's okay. Then with, we forgot to minus that. So now 1, 2, 3, they're going to bring back a guy because it costs 3 AP to bring somebody back, so he does not get to do anything this turn. And then with the command points, we're going to use 2 plus the 1 here, and we're going to bring a guy back here. So there we go. So it is now the superhero's turn. Now, Iron Man's catching a little bit of a beating here, and we got to keep an eye on that. Now, Iron Man's only got 3. It would cost an additional 1 to get out of that range. But what we need to do is Cap is going to spend 2. We're going to use Cap first. 1, 2. And he's going to slug this dude. And he's going to do 3 damage. So that's going to take him off the board. And we're going to get another OP there. Now, he's going to move 1, which is going to put him adjacent. And then he's going to use 1, 2, and 1. And he is going to destroy this spawn point. All right. So then, that's going to be Cap's turn. Now, Iron Man, on the other hand. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Iron Man, on the other hand, he is going to... See, he cannot... It's going to cost him 2 to get out of that spot. Yes, so he's going to move 2. I mean 1. That's going to cost him 2. Remember, moving from an enemy adjacent is an additional point. So that's 1, 2. Then he's going to use a repulsor ray back on this guy, which is going to cost 1, 2. And then that's it for him. That's going to knock this guy out. But we're going to get another token. So, let's see. It's really so we can see what it will be like when we try to figure it out for ourselves. Exactly. So that's what we're trying to do here. So as you can see, we're figuring it out together, and this is actually pretty interesting. So again, we're going to go up a command point. They only have 2 command points, but they're going to go back up to 12. Cap is going to go up to 5, and Iron Man goes up to 3. Now, at some point, we're going to have to think about Iron Man doing something here. We've got 2 more points, and by the way, we're starting that. We only have 1 more turn after this. Well, I think we go right at him. I mean, that's about all we can do. Well, we're going to spend 3 and 6 to bring our boys back. Now, these 2 guys can't do anything because they just respawned. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to, we're going to stab Iron Man. And since it takes up 1, Iron Man it ignores it. So Iron Man's going to take another 2 damage. Wow. So he's up to 6 damage. Oh, Iron Man's a little soft here. Well, no. Instead of taking the damage, I think we're going to... Yeah, we're going to have to. We're going to use 1, and what we're going to do is we're going to block all 4 of that damage. And this guy's going to go up. Well, no, he can stay right there. 1, 2. And he's going to shoot. So he's going to shoot at Cap. 1, 2. And he's going to try to do 3. Cap, on the other hand, He could use his shield block. Yeah, why not? We're going to use shield block, and we're going to block 4 of that. And then, I think, because this guy's here, I think we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, and we're going to bring out another guy from... so that's going to leave them with 0. And move that here. And we're going to bring out another dude. And we're going to bring him over here. Okay, is this guy on? Yes, he is. These things like to stick in there, so you got to kind of anchor them over a bit. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So now, it's the hero. Oh, boy. Wow, what a professional stream. Now it is the hero's turn. But, boy, we don't got too many options. Because to back away and kill him, well, that's the only thing he could do. He can go 2, and then he would have to use all the command points. 1, 2, to drill this guy. So that guy is gone. Cap, on the other hand, even though this guy's here, he can move 1, which would cost that. And then he's going to spend all 3 to destroy the point. Now, if you remember, we can destroy this point even with the guy on top of it. And that's going to cost all 3. That's not cool. We got that done. But there's a bunch of guys on here that can really cause some damage. So, it's now going to be their turn. So they're going to get 1 command point. And believe me, they're going to try to take one of these heroes out. So 0, and then we're going to go up to 5 here, 3 here, and 1 command point. All right. So, this guy here is going to attack Cap with his knife. And that is going to cost 1. So we're going to go down 1. So Cap would absorb 2, but he's going to spend 1 and defend it. So the 2... Oh, no, he would take 1 if he did that. Jeez. No, Cap is going to take it. Cap is going to take the stabbing. And he's going to take 2 here. Because he's got enough to deal with. So that's 1. This guy here is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's within 3, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to shoot at... I think he's going to shoot at Cap. And when he shoots at Cap, it's going to be a -2. But Cap is going to defend it for 1 with a shield block, and nothing's going to go through. This guy is going to move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then he also is going to shoot for 2 at Iron Man and force Iron Man to defend. And that's going to cost Iron Man 1, because Iron Man just doesn't generate any kind of power. You think he's powered by armor, that he would be generating all kinds of armor, but he isn't. So now he shoots him. He spent that 1, so it defends for 4, so nothing happens to him. And then this guy just has 1 command point where he's going to go 1, and that's it for them. So now the heroes would go. He's going to attack for -2, and he's going to kill him. He's going to shoot for -2. Well, he couldn't move. Well, he's got 1. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough points. He can move here and attack again. So that would be 1, and he uses the command point. So they would have no command points left, but take him out. Then Iron Man would just move. Iron Man would shoot 1, 2. and take him out. And that would be that. So now that would be the end of the round. So now we would figure out how you win this game. Okay, so the tutorial mission, let's see who won. This might be a lot closer than you think. No, this that was round 4. That was round 4 because they all went 4 times. I forgot to move the thing. Okay, so anyways. Need to advance the round marker. This is round 3, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was round 4. Well, I mean, we can go another round. I don't think it's going to matter. Because actually, well, let's see where... Let's just end it here and see where it is. Because now I'm curious. End of the round. Earning objective points. Okay, here we go. Player who has earned according to... Okay. Spawn points are 3 AP to remove it. That's fine. So we would get 1. Mastermind earns 1 objective point for each remaining henchman spawn point. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Now, personally, I think the heroes would have won easily. We get 1 objective point for every 3 henchmen that they defeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It would have been a crushing defeat. The hero cannot earn more than... 2. Oh, okay, so it would be 1, 2... Okay, so it would be 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 to 3. They probably would have took a couple more and won. Iron Man should be more powerful than he is present in the game. Hail Hydra. Yeah, it definitely would have been a hero victory. We would have just played the last round pretty much for nothing. So once you get these 6 objectives, you can only get 2 objective points from it. And then, obviously, even if I spawned these guys back, there was no way I would have had enough points to defend. I probably would have been able to get over and get 1 more. So it would probably been like 6 to 2. But I'm glad I ended it when I did. So that's the basic feel of it. Okay, that's the basic feel of how it works. It has that. It does have that Descent type of feel to it, and I kind of like it. Now, there's a lot more that goes on. There are other cards in the box for each hero. I mean, you can really put some... You could put some stuff on these guys. You only started with that for Iron Man, but I believe that there are some other things that Iron Man has. Let's take a look. I know he has more cards in there. But they wanted you to start with these cards. So I believe they have 3 cards each. I believe there's another attack one that really makes them nasty. Now, here's the thing with Iron Man. If you spend the one defense point, you're blocking 4 at every time. So that's pretty cool. So there you have it. That's a quick look, and we ran through the tutorial mission together of Marvel Strike Teams. This is going to be coming out in the next week. I wanted to hold off until it was under a week because I hate doing things and then maybe something doesn't come out for like a month or 2. And then you guys are like, oh man, this would have been good. But thanks, Rob, for the playthrough. Thank you. It looks fun. This is the base set. You are going to be getting that, and then they're going to be coming out with more expansions, but they wanted to make sure that they dropped at least 1 expansion at release. So this one even looks even nastier because it comes with even more stuff, and they're going to come out with more tiles and stuff like this. So this is going to have like that Descent type of life. So if you're into superheroes and Descent and you know, this is probably a great combination. It's a fun game. It's easy enough that you could play with your kids. You know, if you have younger kids, it's fun enough if you have some older adults that just enjoy playing superhero games. And these dials actually, as you can see here, I'm going to try to show you, they turn and you can level up your hero. So you can see level 1 is cost 8, which means that you're going to be able to carry more cards. So why don't we just take a look at that so you guys understand a little bit more depth in this. I want to make sure that you get a real good a feel for this, because you can earn, let's see, leveling up your hero. Character, okay, no, that's components. We don't care about components. Victory cards, objective points. Replaying the tutorial. Of course we want to replay the tutorial. You can add in different things too. Action die allows you to push your luck and attempt. Now this die here, so if you wanted to press your luck and see if you can get more action points, you could try it. Like, you would get 1 additional action point for rolling that. So that's a chance that you can take. But you can lose action points. You can maybe get 3, but you have a chance of losing action points. So very solid, very solid. I like the risk part of it. There are doors. There's a lot of different things going on here. Excuse me. Let me just keep looking here, because I want to make sure that you guys have the full feel of this. And that's important to me. Movement, powers, okay. Reaction, combat. We know how to do all that stuff. What we want to do is see how the heck we level up these characters. Slamming into each other. Hurling objects. Gaining objective points, defeating enemies. Objective scenarios. Leveling up characters. Okay, so here we go. Alright, here we go. At the end of the mission, each team must now spend its objective points to level its characters. The mastermind decides which of her own characters to level up, and the heroes decide together how to divvy up the objective points among themselves. Each team must pool its newly acquired objective points with any reserve objective points it has saved from previous missions. Each team must choose to level up its characters until the team can no longer afford to do so. Leftover objective points can be reserved for future missions, but players can only save points. They are no longer able to level up any characters who took part in the most recent mission. To level up a character, look at the character's current level depicted on the character's face. In order to advance that character to the next level, you must spend a number of OP points, OP, equal to the value of the next level. For example, to advance to level 1, a level 1 character to level 2, you must spend 2 OP. To advance level 2 to 3, you must spend 3 OP. Alright, when you level up a character, click the figure's base forward to the next level on the die. This will increase the character's build points. When you select action cards at the start of the next mission, you may level up the same character more than once if you wish. So the cards cost this, okay? So for instance, if we decided to level up Cap, okay, we would have 8 build points at level 1, okay? So now we can afford to buy 8 points worth of cards. Right here we have 5. So that means we have another 3 points that we can spend to add that in. All right? So there you go. I think I've covered it all. There's a lot more stuff going on, but I think you got a gist of it. I think this is a very, very good game. This is why I bought it. I thought it looked cool. I thought it was something I would enjoy and something I can do with you guys, you know. So it'd be a lot of fun. With Iron Man and Cap, I could easily convince my son to play the heroes while I tried to pound him down with Loki. Nice job, Tim. Thanks for explaining leveling up. I wanted to make sure you guys got a good feel for this. Listen, that's about it. You guys seen it, everything. I hope you enjoyed this. We learned it together. This was well worth it and a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this. And I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching this. Make sure you smash that like button. It doesn't hurt. And also, if you're not a subscriber, hey, subscribe. You might see more cool stuff like this as we go. And until Helen tells me not to make any more videos anymore, I'm going to keep making them, and we will see you guys soon. Have a great day and evening.